sound like Pacquiao trying to hit a lick, you know what I mean? But Pacquiao not Pacquiao no more. It's tough to go against him in this situation because if it was some years ago, Pacquiao would beat Barrios. But right now, Barrios, with his momentum, might around and beat Pacquiao up.
Two questions. One is, should he be fighting again? And at the end of the day, if he's good enough to beat everybody outside of the top 20 in the world, then why not?
Boxing icon Manny Pacquiao has stirred excitement in the combat sports world after new sparring and training videos surfaced ahead of his fight with Mario Barrios. At 46, the former 8-division world champ looks fast, focused, and surprisingly nimble, defying both his age and what people expected. The clips highlight Pacquiao's trademark speed, slick footwork, and rapid-fire combos, sparking debate over whether he still has what it takes to hang with the best. Fans across the globe are buzzing with anticipation, eager to see how the legend performs in his...
Hi there guys, welcome to Red Corner Boxing. So Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against Mario Barrios according to rumours today. This is going to happen in July of this year. WBC have apparently sanctioned it. What's your thoughts on this, guys? Let us know in the chat.
Manny Pacquiao is officially returning to the boxing ring at 46, taking on Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title this July, after stepping away for 4 years. WBC President Mauricio Suleiman confirmed the bout, calling it a full-circle moment for Pacquiao, who won his first world title in the WBC's flyweight division. Despite his underwhelming exhibition in 2024 against Japanese kickboxer Rikia Ampo, Pacquiao remains confident, pointing to his 2019 win over Keith Thurman and the fact that he's taken little damage in recent years. His last pro fight was in August 2021, where he lost to Yildiz Yuga.
Mario Barrios is the WBC champion, so who is he mandated to fight next? Do you have made that decision yet?
Well, at this time, Mario Barrios is going to fight Manny Pacquiao in July. That's a tremendous fight. There's a final elimination taking place in North Africa, New Guinea with Chisoko, and there's just many interests in the division. It's a great weight category.
I didn't know about Manny Pacquiao, so is this something is it out there? I've not seen anything about this.
Yes, it was released, PBC. Manny Pacquiao first title was the flyweight WBC, and he wants to retire as WBC champion.
Barrios, now 29, has stayed active in the sport. He won the WBC interim welterweight title in 2023 and was later elevated to full champion when Terence Crawford vacated the belt. His record stands at 29-1, with his latest outing being a split draw against Abel Ramos. As of now, the WBC has no official mandatory challenger. Pacquiao's return is stirring serious hype among fans and experts who wonder if the Pac-Man can still perform at a world-class level. Pacquiao says he wants to end his career on a high and leave the sport as a champion. Trainer Greg Hackett gave his honest take on the rumored fight with Barrios, saying that while Pacquiao is a legend, he might be misjudging his current form. Hackett warned of the risks facing a younger, sharper opponent like Barrios and said the fight could be dangerous for Pacquiao's health and legacy. Meanwhile, Barrios' coach Bob Santos discussed the matchup in a recent interview, saying Barrios is ready for top-tier opponents. He noted that although both camps were previously interested, Pacquiao's political obligations in the Philippines delayed things.
Mentioned a lot of people are asking what's going on. Are the rumors true? Is it possibly Spence? Is it Pacquiao? Who is Mario Barrios sharing the ring with next?
You know what? He's put himself in a great position through hard work. He's a tremendous story when he turned pro and what he's been able to accomplish being a two-time world champion. And I always told everybody, he fights all comers. When we fought Gervonta Davis, all my hats off to Gervonta Davis. But it was very difficult for us to make the weight. We were going to move up in weight. They presented us, with this opportunity, and he said, you know what, I'll bite down for it one more time. And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Urban. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. Goes at that point is about as
Many boxing insiders believe that Pacquiao's return is largely fueled by financial motives. After retiring without a clear end, he seems unsettled, and a big money fight against Mario Barrios could give him both a payday and a shot at ending his career with a win. Even with his age and time away, some argue that Pacquiao at 60% is still better than many younger boxers on their best day. His legendary skills and experience make him a serious threat, but concerns remain. In his last bout against Yordenis Ugas, Pacquiao looked a step behind, his speed, timing, and stamina clearly fading. Facing a younger, stronger fighter like Barrios, who's known for keeping his distance and landing clean shots, is risky. Barrios might not be a superstar, but he's no easy fight. Experts say he might even stop Pacquiao, possibly handing him a knockout or a decisive loss that forces him into permanent retirement. Still, there's some hope. Power is usually the last thing to go in a fighter, and if Pacquiao lands his classic left hand, he could still hurt Barrios. The fight is a major risk, but it's not unwinnable. It's an emotional and physical gamble for a legend trying to beat the odds one last time. Critics say Pacquiao may cash in big, but lose the fight. At 45 and out of action for years, his reflexes and energy just aren't what they used to be. His fight with Ugas made that clear. Meanwhile, Barrios is in his prime and known for staying calm, picking his shots, and managing the ring well. While he's not considered the best in the division, he's tough and active, something Pacquiao hasn't been. To critics, this matchup looks more like a business move than a real competition.
Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Let me tell you something. Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios. Not really sure what the hell's going on here. WBC is doing their thing to take care of Pacquiao. They ain't worried about Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney bullshit. They're looking at trying to breathe life back into the 147-pound division. So Manny Pacquiao's getting another opportunity. Let me tell you something, Pacquiao should be the A side. The man bring a whole country. Barrios ain't quite doing that. But to come out here and think Manny Pacquiao is just going to get in here and put the bing-bings on Barrios, I understand having the mindset and remember what Manny Pacquiao was. He's not that, people. So if you ask me, him fighting Barrios, who wins? I got to give the edge to Barrios. But as far as who's going to win financially, it's Manny Pacquiao. Barrios gets some dough too, but it's Manny Pacquiao. That's it.
The idea of Manny Pacquiao fighting Mario Barrios has stirred backlash among hardcore boxing fans and insiders, many calling it a cash grab rather than a fair fight. Pacquiao, a future Hall of Famer and global legend, is now 46 and hasn't fought since his 2021 loss to Yordenis Ugas. That bout showed clear signs of aging, slower reflexes, less stamina, and weaker timing. On the other side is Barrios, a younger, naturally bigger welterweight who's still actively building his career. While not elite, Barrios has enough skill and youth to be a real threat to an aging fighter like Pacquiao. Many believe the fight is more about making money and selling pay-per-views than it is about sporting merit. What's made this matchup even more controversial is the WBC possibly making it a title fight. If Pacquiao can skip ahead of active contenders just because of his name, it weakens the whole ranking system and disrespects younger boxers who've been working for their shot. The WBC in particular is under fire for this. They're strict with some fighters, but bend the rules for stars like Pacquiao. Critics say if boxing keeps putting money and fame ahead of fairness and fighter safety, it sends the wrong message. Talk of Pacquiao's return started earlier in 2024, exciting fans and media again. Reports said he was set to face Muay Thai star Backlash Banchamek in an exhibition on April 20th, 2024, under special rules mixing boxing and Muay Thai. The match wasn't about titles, it was about money and showmanship. With a projected purse of $25 million, it was clear this was a big money event, especially in Asia where both fighters are icons. For Pacquiao, it meant big earnings without serious risk. For Backlash, it was a chance to face a legend. While some questioned the match's value as a true contest, others saw it as
เอาแล้ว
You know, Pacquiao's style is good for the Muay Thai sports, and I don't know that boxing is different than Muay Thai, and you know we're going to fight in boxing, so you know what I'm talking about. It's hard for him to adjust without using elbows, legs like that. So it just, you know, you need to train hard and work hard because it's hard to. It's very hard to focus.
I got a big round of applause for Manny.
Pacquiao's comeback hit some roadblocks in his exhibition bout with Japanese kickboxer Rukia Anpo on July 28, 2024. He was originally scheduled to fight Chihiro Suzuki, but had to adjust at the last minute when Anpo, taller and younger, stepped in. At 6 feet tall, Anpo used his reach and height to his advantage, landing clean shots that challenged Pacquiao's defense. Despite trying to close the gap with his footwork, Pacquiao had trouble getting past Anpo's guard, especially in the first 2 rounds. Pacquiao blamed part of his struggles on the last-minute change and the thick ring mat, which he said slowed him down. He admitted he was only about 60% ready and hadn't trained properly. His advisor, Sean Gibbons, agreed, saying Pacquiao wasn't fully prepared. With no official judges, the match ended in a draw, but it raised red flags among fans and critics about whether Pacquiao should keep pursuing a full return. Some urged him to reconsider his comeback, especially with his plans to challenge Mario Barrios. Still, Pacquiao's early 2025 training videos have brought new energy to the conversation. The clips show him throwing fast punches, moving with agility, and hitting with power, looking more like his younger self. His longtime coach Freddie Roach has praised his progress, saying Pacquiao looked sharp in sparring, even scoring 2 knockdowns during a 10-round session. These signs have fueled talk of a real comeback. While no fight has been locked in, there's strong buzz around a potential matchup with WBC champ Mario Barrios. Pacquiao's advisor Sean Gibbons says a summer 2025 fight is possible, depending on how Pacquiao's political campaign for...
Don't shadow boxing like that.
Yeah, it's lazy, right? Just kind of...
Yeah. When you do the shadow boxing like that, what is that for? Because you can apply that habit. You become a habit. When you shadow boxing like...
Woo! Woo!
Like
the speed is still there. Woo!
Is bigger than me. It's too big for me, and the floor mat is different to boxing because in boxing just a little bit, but in MMA like so it's hard to move with shoes. So, but it's good. Good experience. We give a good action fight to the fans. Elbow is about my backhead is like swirling a little bit because his elbow, like when he punch, like he can move, he can punch. The thing is, he can be a boxer. He can be a boxer, but in his weight division, there's a lot of also a good fighter in his weight division, like a bigger guy. It's that's right. It's really surprising to me that the
Promoter Ben Shalom has voiced serious concern about Manny Pacquiao stepping back into pro boxing, mainly due to the health risks. Shalom pointed out the dangers older fighters face when trying to relive their glory days. He said, "It's tough to admit, but even if you're financially set, your health should come first." He brought up legends like Muhammad Ali, whose later fights hurt their long-term health. Shalom said that fighters often struggle to walk away from the sport because they're hooked on the thrill and spotlight. But he stressed that staying healthy and safe is more important than chasing one last win. While Pacquiao wants to go out with a bang, Shalom and other boxing insiders believe it's not worth the risk. They say Pacquiao should enjoy retirement and protect both his health and his legacy.
Thank you to Manny Pacquiao. Unbelievable career that we may never have a career like that again. I want you to take with you when it comes to Manny Pacquiao is moments. By taking themselves out of a comfort zone challenging themselves. And Manny Pacquiao is a dinosaur when it last of a dying breed. We're not going to see too many fighters like this ever again. And Pacquiao is going to be the type of fighter that we tell our kids about. Pacquiao has 20 wins, greater than some of your favorite fighters' best win. Manny Pacquiao has 3 Hall of Fame careers and won, winning legit titles in 8 different weight classes. Pacquiao's legacy will age better and better and better. Times go on and on and on. A fighter like Floyd Mayweather, I think his legacy will diminish a little bit. Salute to Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest of all time.
Everything by taking another fight. 8. George Kambosos Jr. says training with Manny Pacquiao had a huge impact on his rise as a top fighter. Over 250 rounds of sparring during 3 world title runs gave him rare insight into the mindset and work ethic of a true champion. He watched Pacquiao's laser focus, intense training habits, and mental toughness up close, qualities that shaped his own approach to boxing. Kambosos learned the value of speed, strategy, and flexibility in the ring. He also got a behind-the-scenes look at the daily grind of being a champion, including tough mountain runs and serious sparring. These experiences didn't just build his fitness, they gave him the champion's mindset. Looking back, Kambosos says training with Pacquiao was a turning point in his journey to becoming a world-class lightweight. Now, as the boxing world gets ready for Pacquiao versus Barrios, the fight promises to be a showdown of experience versus youth, legend versus rising star. No matter how it ends, Pacquiao's return shows just how deep his...
Having trained with Manny Pacquiao had to be a huge asset for you, because even though Bay was probably your biggest name opponent up until then, you know, you'd been... How many rounds had you done with Manny?
250 rounds over 3 world title campaigns.
So it started with the Jeff Horn fight?
It did, yeah. When Jeff got obviously the fight with Manny Pacquiao, I was in Los Angeles, and I was sparring his ex-sparring partners, Jose Ramirez and Ray Beltran. I was doing 5-on-5, and these guys are good fighters, former world champions. And Freddie come over and goes, you know, Manny's got the Jeff Horn fight. So yeah, I'm hearing about it. He goes, well, you're sparring his sparring partners. How would you like to go against your countrymen and help Manny prepare?